Good morning. Welcome back to the Tavern and the Oasis. Coming to you from inside the greenhouse here at the Oasis. It is December 23rd, 2021, and it's going to be a good Christmas. Getting ready to head out today to go enjoy myself at the range, take one of the kiddos out there and play with our toys. And sort of got me to thinking about things because, this is a Christmas where all of our remaining family is going to get together and enjoy ourselves, have a grand old time. To hell with whatever the government has said, don't get together because so-and-so might not be jabbed. Have you been this and that? Make sure you've got this and you've got that. We want to control your lives and we want you to live in fear. Absolutely, keep that in mind. We want you to live in fear. You must be afraid. That is a problem. I feel sorry for the people that have bought into this, though. I really do. They're not going to see their families. You see these things, these tweets and things like, thank God I canceled all my Christmas plans because of fear of COVID. And I said, you do realize that deaths happen for multiple reasons. And if you don't see them now, you may never see them again. Don't pass up an opportunity just because you're freaking scared. Being scared is stupid. It's a waste of your time, your energy, and everything else. Don't give in to the fear, folks. Do not give in to the fear. Stand up. Do what you feel you need to do. If you feel like you're sick, well, then stay home. That's an obvious thing. That should have been obvious well before this crap started. I mean, in my family, we've had Christmases go awry because we've planned it up, and then a couple of people end up sick the day before, and they call and say, yeah, we're just not feeling well. I said, hey, you're not sick? Stay away. It's all good. If you're actually sick, stay away. If you don't have any signs or symptoms, well, so be it. I just can't believe the people that are destroying their lives, destroying their stress loads, destroying their families, all because of fear of something, or because the government has told them to be fearful. The government has told them to not do something. So yes, and then the people who are cheering it. My God, I look forward to the Nuremberg, the new modern Nuremberg trials, man. There's some of these leaders out there going to look really good with their heads shaved, naked, walking down the street. They're going to look great, especially when they're walking up to the gallows. I can't wait for that. It's going to happen because people are going to eventually snap out of this. Granted, it took. Well, everything's moving at such a warp speed now. Maybe it won't take 10 years. Maybe it'll only take a year or two. Because everything's moving so much faster than it did. I mean, last time this sort of event occurred, back in the 1930s, into the 1940s. And in the 1940s, they had those trials. 80 years ago, man. 80 years ago. Or 75 years ago, the Nuremberg trials. 80 years ago was the end of the war. At any rate, I don't have much to report here on the Oasis, inside the Oasis. It's cold out. It's -1 degree outside. The greenhouse is at a nice balmy 22 degrees, 15 in the lower sections. What's the low? So let's see here. And 13 degrees in the lower area, but the soils are getting warm. Everything is growing. I'll be harvesting lettuce here in about 2 weeks. I'll be able to harvest lettuce, which is going to be kind of nice. And I'll have more lettuce and spinach to harvest. I'll have spinach to harvest in about 3 weeks. Not bad for planting them in the greenhouse in November. This is my first year doing it, so some experiments to see what can I do, how can I grow things. I have to figure out how much I can get growing in the beds. Lots of really cool things happening here at the Oasis. Oh, there is something really cool coming from the Oasis. I mean, really cool. Ultimately cool. I'll be doing the videos on it when it arrives. It's been ordered, and I should see it in about 2 weeks, maybe 3. And once it gets, I'll do an unpacking video, do a video on setup, do a video on my first processing with it, but it's really, really cool. See if you can figure that out for those that bother to watch the videos. leave a comment below. Greatly appreciate it. Like and subscribe to everything, and hey, pass it around if you like what you're hearing here. Okay, that's all I've got. Take care now. Bye-bye. Morning. Welcome back to Tavern and the Oasis. It is Christmas Eve, December 24th, 2021, and we have snow. So we're guaranteed a white Christmas now. Been a long time since I've seen a white Christmas. That's always a good thing because, too much snow, not good, but there's just enough snow right now for the kids to have fun and play when they get up. I'm going to take the camera out and go film around to get it while it's still mostly in its pristine state before the kids just trash everything. Because it just looks so beautiful and pristine and peaceful and calm. Makes you think about the world, as it should be, which it never can be because this world's never truly ever peaceful and calm. You get moments of peace and calm in between absolute large time periods of absolute terror. That's pretty much the way the world runs. You get peaceful and calm in between the times of sheer terror and agony and irritation and troubles, and the list goes on. At any rate, it's all going really well here at the Oasis for the most part. It's Christmas. We're going to have all the family here. All my family that still exists are still going to be here. Our family is not as big as it once was. We've had a few die off in the last few years. And some of us have disowned us, but that's pretty much how it goes, Especially in this day and age where people are just downright stupid. Stupid people. I still find a mass amount of ignorance in the people that are like, you're not vaxxed, don't dare come to our family Christmas dinner. We don't love you anymore. Well, you never loved me to begin with. Or you never cared about me to begin with. But we're so afraid. Well, be afraid. Be very afraid. Be afraid. We're all going to die. The truth of the matter is none of us are going to get out of this life alive. We all eventually die. We just don't know how, when, or where. If we knew how, when, or where, the world would be a true fucking mess if everyone knew how, when, or where they were going to die. Because then they would spend their entire life avoiding that how, when, and where, only to show up at that point in time anyway. Because it's just going to happen. For all you know, the world might have some cataclysmic event that could just take us right down and be done with us. So you don't know. Nobody knows what's going to happen. All we can do is live our lives to the best of our ability, be friendly to people, helpful to people, do things that you feel are right. Everyone's selfish, but try not to be overly selfish. That's the biggest problem, is the world is overly selfish. If they're, being selfish is fine. You have to be selfish to survive, but too much selfishness tends to alienate you or tends to turn you into a dictator, or look at our illustrious, super healthy health ministers across the world, man. Some of these people, man, you look at them and say, you're a health minister? Holy crap, how the hell did you do that? You can't even take care of your own health. Surprised you're still alive. Well, at any rate, that's all my ramble here this morning. It's just to check in on Christmas Eve morning and see how things are going. I think we'll take the camera, though, for a little walk around and see how it's going. It's 0 degrees out there. It's freezing for Americans. That's 32 degrees. And greenhouse, though, a nice toasty 21 degrees in here, which is really quite nice. Even at the lower levels, it's still around 14 degrees. So, all right, we'll go for a little walk now. Let's see what we got. Good morning. Welcome back to the Tavern and the Oasis. Boxing Day, December 26, 2021, and it is cold. It's minus 6 degrees out. The greenhouse, the propane ran out overnight, so I don't know when, but it didn't freeze in here. It got down to 5 degrees when I got up, and half an hour or so it took me to get all up, dressed, ready. Dropped another degree in here, so I'm out here now. Change the propane tanks, get the heat turned back up in here. We got another inch or so of snow last night, and hopefully that's enough. I have to do some driving today. I got to head down to Victoria, and then I got to get back up here. So it's quite a bit of driving for me today. Hopefully by the time I leave, they've got the roads all plowed, cleared, traffic on them. You know, it is Sunday, Boxing Day. Lots of people are going to be out and about. So that usually helps the roads as long as you're out in the daytime. When you come back in the evening, the roads they get all covered in snow and iced up again. So it is what it is. We're going to do the best we can. Yep, currently greenhouse temperature 5 degrees, minus 6 degrees outside. So it doesn't take long for the heater to start warming things up in here, which is pretty nice. On the whole though, I'm really happy. I'll check soil temperatures and see what my bed is. 10 degrees. The bed went from 14 to 10. So gotta make sure I keep everything warmed up in here to keep all the pots and everything from freezing. I'm glad I'm here at the Oasis for the next week. It's expected to be all these sub-zero temperatures for the next week. Bringing on an additional challenges for everybody. Yeah, 4 degrees in some spots of the greenhouse. 4 in some spots, 3 in another spot. So 3 to 6 in the greenhouse. Depends on where the thermometer's at. So on the whole, cold, but not unmanageable. So I will do what I can to get it. We got some snow on the roof of the greenhouse, which is nice. That helps insulate it when it's like this. But at any rate, I don't have much else to say. I've got things to do. I've got to clean my truck up, clean my truck of snow, and start getting all ready. So at any rate, that's all I've got. Take care. Bye-bye. Morning. Welcome back to Tavern and the Oasis. It's Monday, December 27th, 2021, and it is cold. It's a nice balmy minus degrees outside with several inches of snow on the ground. Greenhouse is kind of holding at about 7 to 14 degrees depending on what level it's at. The roof area is the warmest. Heater's been going. I gotta get some more propane. Hope they have propane today. Screwed up yesterday. Instead of just swapping out the tanks when I should have while I was at Canadian Tire, I thought, oh, I'll fill at the gas station. Got the gas station, they weren't pumping propane for some reason. They might not have had anyone on staff that day that could do it. I don't know. But anyway, I gotta get more propane today. I got some cleanup to do. And I think I should take the camera out into the cold and sort of banter around a little bit with it and just sort of check everything out. What's my battery life right now? It's got good battery life at the moment, so I should be able to do some. And you can see all the joyous stuff we've got going on here. Lots of snow, lots of other things happening. At any rate, let's get to it. We've got things to do this morning. There's my sticker gloves. Alright, let's go. Good morning, and welcome back to the Tavern and the Oasis. It is Tuesday, December 29th, 2021, and it's time to get excited. Growing season is here. I've already started some of it, but in earnest, it starts first week of January. Start planting seeds. Got a whole list of them. I'll be trying to, well, actually I will be putting together a blog post about everything as I go along and creating and what I'm planting, when I'm planting it, why I'm planting it, a lot of things. I'm planting not only for my garden but for the market, which starts in 5 short months. Be at the Honeymoon Bay Market once again, selling plants and all kinds of other great stuff there that's been produced here at the Oasis. There's some really cool stuff coming in the new year, especially at the store. There'll be all kinds of dehydrated stuff. And freeze-dried stuff. We've got a freeze dryer that's on its way. Hopefully I see it before the middle to the end of January and I can start getting to work with the freeze dryer, preparing many things. I got to start putting stuff into the freezer from winter. I got to start harvesting up all the kale that's here so I can get the beds all cleaned up. But those are just the exciting bits and pieces that are happening. I'm looking forward to that. You know, new year, new challenges, whatever you want to call it. New year is, every day is a new year. Every day is a new year. But for something we something in our psyche makes us go crazy around the end of December. The week between Christmas and New Year's is always kind of slow and lackadaisical. This one here has been a little bit on the crazier side for us because, you know, it started snowing Christmas Eve, and it's not snowing today, but it's been snowing off and on continuously since then. And we got quite a bit of snow here at the Oasis. We're not snowed in by any stretch of the imagination yet, but we are got quite a bit of snow everywhere. And we'll showcase some of that. We'll go take a tour around the Oasis and see what it looks like when it's piled full of snow in the middle of winter. Greenhouse has been holding up pretty well. I've got some propane going here and keeping the propane heater running. You know, I kept the greenhouse between, I guess in some zones it's, I've got 3 thermometers in here, and one zone is at 10, another zone is at 10, or 8, and another zone is at 17. The 17 is up at the top though. That's where all the heat sits. I got a fan up there bringing it down, so that helps keep everything warm. Quick test of my soils here this morning. They're around 8 to 7 to 6. Let's see, what do we got here? Okay, this is my soil temp of, that was, it didn't hold it. I gotta get it to hold that temperature. Alright, let's see what we got. Yeah, 8 degrees in my pepper pots. 8 degrees in my pepper pots. The main bed over there is 8 degrees, so all the soil temperatures seem to be right around 8 degrees, which is good. You know, it's not super, but it just slows the plants down, keeps them kind of dormant. With a little bit of effort and work, I can get them back up again. Once this cold spell breaks, but it's not expected to break for another 5 to 7 days, you know, and it's going to be challenging. I got a big challenge coming up though. Is I got to head south for 24 hours, and I'm going to have to set the greenhouse up in such a way that it stays warm while I'm gone. So, at any rate, lots to go. Let's go take a quick tour around the Oasis in the snow and see what we got. Okay, off we go. Good morning. Welcome back to the Tavern and the Oasis. It is Wednesday, December 29th, 2021. And it's still early in the morning. It's 7:30 in the morning. Sun hasn't even come up yet. It's not due up for another 45 minutes. Up a little early this morning. Guess I'm getting a little bit more rested. I really don't know. Tried to do a show last night. It was a mediocre and absolute complete, not too bad for the most part. First half hour of it, real pain in the neck. Audio didn't want to cooperate, and even in the end, I don't think the audio was all that good. So it is what it is. We'll just work our way with it. Murphy was having a hell of a day. At any rate, it is cold. Overnight temperature, minus 12 degrees Celsius. Not even sure what that is in Fahrenheit. Just cold. Been a long time since I've seen cold like this here in this area. Greenhouse though, I had the heat running full bore all night long. Kept the greenhouse at between 11 and 21 degrees. 21 in the roof and 11 degrees down around where all the plants are. I haven't checked the plant soils this morning. I should do that real quick. And we'll get back to you on that. I'm willing to bet they're somewhere in the zone of 7 to 9. So that's probably where they're at. What else do we got? Not a whole heck of a lot. I got to head back south for the night tonight. There's another predicted snowstorm heading in. So hopefully I don't have to drive back up in here in it. I can't stay down south as much as I'd like to, and well, provided things don't go south, it's all going to be good. But at any rate, there's always the chance shit could go wrong. That's the thing. Prepare. Just keep yourself prepared. Prepare for the worst. You try to make sure you're prepared for eventualities, although even when they happen, you find out you never really are prepared as you thought you were. Well, there's some people that manage that trick. I, unfortunately, have not been one of them. At any rate, I do try my best, and I do try to prepare. We've had a few things this last year. This has been an interesting year. 2021 is about to come to a close, and we're going to move into 2022. And 2022 is going to bring us a whole set of new challenges. Let's hope everyone is prepared for these new challenges. If not prepared, we're going to, I don't know what we're going to do, man. You know, nervous as hell about what's going to happen to our world, systems we've come to depend on, everything in its shape and order. You know, it's just, you do what you can, and you just keep moving along through life and find a way to get things done. That's really all I have to say here this morning. Alright, well, you all take care, and we'll talk at you soon. Take care now. Bye-bye.